Hi, it's Karen here. Thank you for joining me. Today I thought we would make some joy journals using some collage of the intuitive paintings that we've done on earlier videos. This is one that I've already done, and on this one I've cut this on my paper cutter because I wanted straight lines. I think I've got that upside down. So it doesn't really matter which way you put it, really. And I've just collaged these on top of each other. So this is one I've done earlier, and I've done this one on watercolor paper because I wanted a white, a clean, just a simple inside cover. So that's one that I've already done. And if I just show you quickly, this is one of the little journals that I made when I folded these and cut them into just one signature little journal, and that's what you get, really. And this is one that I did on watercolor paper as well. I've just put some tea dyed papers and some book pages in here, just a little signature, nothing major, just very simple. But these are destined to go to friends of mine, just as a little joy journal, that's what I call them. So there's that one. This one is a slightly bigger one, and as you can see, that's a very different look, and you just really don't know what you're going to get. So I think it's lovely. So again, tea dyed papers and book pages, and I scrunch that up a bit, but that's that one. And this is a square one. You can vary the size that you do for your joy journals, but again, it's the same format. It's just tea dyed papers with some book pages, and that's that one. And then probably this one is my favorite. There's the front and there's the back, and again, there's some tea dyed papers and book pages, and you can decorate this, or if you want to give it to somebody who's not into journaling, maybe as a little joy journal. It's just such a lovely thing to do. And there you go, there's so it's 4 journals out of that sheet of paper, and I think that's pretty good. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how I make mine. Now, first of all, this is the paper that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to stick straight on here, and I'm just going to go through and have a look and see if there's any papers that I want to use. Yeah, I might use that one. And it's just literally, you know, when you're just doing your intuitive stuff. This is on photocopier paper because I like to paint on photocopier paper. I think it gives it a nice effect. Here's some bits and pieces that I've already got. That was a photocopy of a painting that I'd done, and I'd just gone over with gel pen and a bit of watercolor. So it's just really playing with your paint. So here's some bits that I've got, and again, I've just painted on an old bit of book page. So I think what I'll do is, yeah, I think we'll use those, and I'll just rip that one out. And that one. We've got quite a lot to choose from, but that's always a good thing. So once you've got your papers, you can either tear or you can use your paper cutter. Now, I like using my paper cutter because I just think it I like the layering effect that it gives. Now, if you want to leave, if you've got a sketchbook like I have with ring holes, you can, yeah, leave those on if you want to. I'm not going to. I'm just going to just cut all different sizes, and then just see what we get. I quite like this one. It's quite nice and busy. Here, there's that one. And it's lovely because you can use all your bits and pieces up from your intuitive paintings that you've been doing, and it really does lend itself beautifully. Don't get caught up into thinking, oh, I've got to measure it out. No, it's about being spontaneous, and it's about just layering and just seeing what you get with the papers that you put down. Now, I normally use the same thickness of paper when I'm doing one of these joy journals, or indeed you can use it for any journal really, but if you've got some work that your intuitive paintings that you like, or you think, you know, I don't really want to use all of that, I want to maybe keep hold of it, then you can photocopy that and then you keep your original, and then all your papers will be the same size, same thickness of paper, which works really well. So I'm just literally popping it down, having a feel, seeing how it goes. I quite like to put some book pages on as well. I probably will just keep this. No, I'll probably leave that ragged edge on. Kind of, and again, if you want to make your papers smaller, absolutely. can do whatever you choose. And if you go over your paper, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I hope you've all had a good week. It's been absolutely glorious today. It's been cold and bright, which is, for me, is great. That's my kind of weather, really. That's what I like. There's some interesting marks here. So, you know, just carry on layering. Sometimes you get a bit spoilt for choice and think, got lots here. I'm going to change that out for this one, I think. That's a bit samey there. Must admit, I do like those big circles. They're lovely. And of course, the beauty of this is you can move your collage around. You don't have to keep it all in the same place. You can absolutely move it around. And if you want some of your paper underneath showing through, why not? You can do whatever you want. If you want to put that down there, let's do that, and then just cut that bit off, and maybe overlay there. Quite like those neutral papers. They're quite nice, aren't they? Maybe a bit more colour. What do you think? Yeah. Let's go for a bit more colour. I'm just going to snip that end off, only because I am working with straight edges. And that's the bare bones of what we've been working with. If you want to put a bit of book page there, you can. If you think, oh, I've got too many neutrals, then zhuzh it up a bit with, you know, you can do whatever you like. I've got this lovely, I quite like this. I'm just going to put this, just cut a piece of this, it's an old manuscript. Just going to cut it down. Not being at all precious with this, I'm just layering. Yeah, quite like that. And I really like this old text as well. I think that's this is lovely. It's medieval text. Yeah, I like that. When you're happy with what you've got down and you think, yeah, I want to work with that, then start layering, start gluing rather. So I'm just going to pull that back there, and I'm going to use some glue stick, and I'm just going to roughly stick it down because I just want it to be into place, and then I can go back over, and any little loose ends that I've got sticking up, I'll glue those down. Now if I'm going over the edge a bit, I'm not worried about that, absolutely not worried about that at all. Just going to get this these intuitive papers stuck down, and I'm going to put this square one down now. And if you move it and think, oh, was that where I placed it? It doesn't really matter. You can play about to your heart's desire, really. I'm going to put this other big neutral paper down, and then once you've got your bigger pieces down, once you've got your bigger pieces down, you can then, if you've got any little gaps, you can fill those in. I hope I'm in frame and I'm not creeping up the table a little bit, just so you can absolutely see what I'm doing. Okay. Just dropped a piece of paper. I'll be looking for that, wondering where it is. So I'm just going to move this now, and maybe put that one there. Yeah, let's do that. I hope you've all had a good week. I've been keeping well. The weather's been much better for us in the UK, but no doubt it'll all change as it does. Yeah. I'm just going to slide that underneath there because I wanted to overlap on here. Just go in. I've actually changed this up from when I originally put this down, but I'm not worried about that. It's actually quite nice, because it kind of, working like this, it reveals itself to you, and you think, yeah, that's good. I quite like that. Oh yeah, that was that lovely medieval manuscript, wasn't it? Yeah, let's tuck. Shall we tuck it? Now I'm going to just snip that edge off. Or shall we put that there? No, we go back with what we originally decided to do. Yep, happy with that. So let's get that stuck down. As I said, you don't worry about getting it absolutely glued into place. You can once you've got the bones of it laid down, you can then go back and re-glue any little bits that you've got that's coming up. You can just re-glue those down. Just gonna give that a lick of glue, and actually I'm gonna put, is that too busy there, do you think? Actually, why don't we just rip that there. Or maybe that one there. I don't mind that it's there's two kind of fonts together, texts together. I don't mind that really too much. Or shall we put that very bright no, I'm going to go with that. The thing is, when you see it in a whole like this, you start trying to marry it up as a whole piece, and that's not what we're working to. We're working to go into using being nice and spontaneous, and yeah, I'm gonna do that. Whoops. She says when she's throwing it all over the floor. Okay. Let's put you down up there. Yeah. Excuse me. Getting all gluey fingers now. That's the only thing. And another thing, when you're using book page, it's really handy to have a look to see what the words are, because there's nothing worse. When you're working, you don't actually necessarily see the words, and then when you come to doing your joy journal then you see this naughty word that's screaming out. So yeah, do a census before you do your journal, before you start making sure that you've got everything which is where it should be. Yeah, let's go with that. That's quite sweet, isn't it? I'm just tucking that in there. And that's another thing, when you're not gluing it rigidly down, you've got a bit of wriggle room. You've got a little bit of wiggle room, which is great. I'll just see if I can find that piece of paper that I dropped. Here it is. And should we put that in there? Yeah, why not? And I'm just going to snip this off and then just lay that. Yeah, let's do that. I started making these little joy journals for my friends because I had a friend a few years ago that was going through a really tough time, and sometimes you don't actually have, you want to say the right thing, and it kind of seems you don't really have the right words to say. And I made her this little joy journal, and she was absolutely thrilled with it. And I just gave it to her, and I said, I hope this hopefully will take your mind off of what's been going on, and you can maybe use it as a, not therapy, but kind of put you in a better place where your mind's not racing thinking about what's going on. And I think when we're being creative, I think that does help us to do that. So that's how my little joy journals I started giving. And yeah, I like to hand them out normally in February because it's Valentine's and not everybody has a Valentine. But if you've got a special friend, and yeah, just to let them know that you love them and you care about them, and it just makes you feel good. And it's great because we can put our intuitive papers that we've painted into good use. Well, it's now finished, and that's the flip side. So I should really let this dry because I don't think I'm going to be able to cut it. So it kind of would make one big journal if you wanted to, or you could make two, if I get a bit of paper, that kind of size journal, that might be quite nice. Or you could just fold it into a TN size, so you've got a nice TN. It's up to you. Mine's still really wet, so I can't fold and cut mine, but have a go at this because it is really great fun to do, and it's marvellous to see all your lovely intuitive painting into something that you've got fun to give to your friends. So there we have it. There's our little joy journals. Let me know how you get on. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up. That would be great. That will help support my channel. That would be fantastic. And whatever you're doing, be well and take care, and see you again soon. Bye.